How to come up with good criticisms? Well, we must create them. So criticism is a creative act. Creativity is needed. And in some sense, this then means that the critical thinking versus creative thinking distinction is, in a sense, false. There's no deep dichotomy here. It's all creativity of a kind. But while that is true, distinctions are useful. There is a species of creative thought that we designate as being critical, as I have alluded to. This critical thinking part is the stuff we have a lot of knowledge about. As such, there are useful heuristics, rules, about how to go about methodically in order to check your guesses, to identify errors and possibly correct them, to find the problems. And the thing about criticisms is we can always invent new ways of criticising. But there is a useful distinction here between creativity that is pure imagination and the criticism that restricts it. And when these two things work together to create something new, we have innovation. But aside from what we have said so far about kinds of criticism, those being experiment, the presence or lack of good explanations, the possibility of a proof or disproof, what else do we have? Well, we may just have so-called rules of thumb, things that seem to work, rules that generally are applied in some subject area or other in order to check if your new creation conforms to the standards expected in that area. Here I'm thinking more about artistic or engineering endeavours. But of course, sometimes new kinds of criticism are needed. A new way of performing experiments, say, or the invention of new equipment and so forth. Criticism, showing how something is wrong, can take quite the act of creativity, as we've already alluded to. But let us keep in view for the moment that critical thinking is at heart about showing how something is wrong. To what end, though? Well, to improve things. It could be to improve ourselves, quite literally, improve our own thinking, improve our learning, to get something right that we got wrong, to create a better product. Whatever that might be. This is the purpose. And so, what a wonderful purpose criticism serves. Improvement and progress.